I'll be with you alongside Chris Singleton, and it's going to be a hot one out there, Singy. Temperatures in the 90s right now around first pitch.
Yeah, Boog, some guys love this heat. They feel like there's no fear attacking the baseball, don't have to worry about cold days and getting jammed. But I tell you what, for me, it was always about hydration because I could cramp up, and you have to make sure that you stay up on your fluids. And it's not just when the game starts. This is something that you have to do days in advance if you're someone that's prone to cramping.
The Atlanta Braves taking on the Miami Marlins. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just a little bit away from first pitch, and on the hill today, Sandy Alcantara. What do we have on him?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Bangs off the wall.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. He drove that ball very well out to the deep part of the field, and you may be surprised he didn't get a double out of it, but I'll tell you, they did a great job of getting that ball back into the infield right away, and it might have been the right call to hold him at first.
Here's Profar now. That one is absolutely belted, and no one can get there. Throw holds him at second, but the go-ahead run now in scoring position, and still nobody out.
Back-to-back singles, got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball. A lot riding on this next at-bat now as they look to take the lead at a critical point in this one.
Here's Austin Riley. Turned on, but foul wide of third. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back there. And that one is gone. And now they're out in front. It's 3-0.
Well, the best home runs are the ones that give your team the lead. That's a great feeling right there. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And, you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Sandy Alcantara won't go any further. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute. New pitcher for the Marlins, Ronnie Enriquez.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Here's Matt Olson now. This is another guy capable of hitting tape measure home runs. Hard ground ball, base knock. Here comes Ozuna up to the plate. That one hammered center field. That's back there. And it's gone. He crushes that one to center field. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add a couple more. It's 5-zip.
The pitcher knew as soon as that ball left his fingertips, it was trouble. Right on a platter, right down the heart of the plate. I'm sorry, but big league hitters don't miss that pitch.
Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. Hit hard, base hit.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
So here's Murphy now. Swing and a base hit. And now 2 aboard. Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Ronnie Enriquez won't go any further, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. So the Marlins go with a new arm, Andrew Nardi.
Bringing in the lefty with a left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Here's Jared Kelenic. And a swing and a miss.
0-1.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Sanchez makes the grab, 1 down. Here's Brian Snitker's lineup for the Braves. Now, with their ace on the mound today, they're just looking to provide him a little bit of run support, and they'll see what they can do for him.
Boog, you have to be really careful when you've got a guy like this on the mound for you to not become a spectator. You know that he doesn't give up a whole lot, but sometimes guys get a little too comfortable and don't have an urgency to score runs. You have to make sure you put him in a situation where he can get the W, but also you guys can cruise to the finish line and not have to worry about a comeback in the end.
Throw back in, holds the runner at third. Base is now loaded. Only 1 away.
Wastes no time there. Didn't try to do too much with it. Just a really controlled, simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that these days with guys trying to launch and hit home runs. But sometimes you got to shorten up just like that.
Now it's going to be Michael Harris II. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. Base hit, 1 run is in. And they hold the runner at third. Bases remain loaded here. Still only 1 gone.
Back-to-back base hits. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Here's the switch hitting left fielder Jurickson Profar. Profar gets a piece there. Murphy at third. Arcia at second. Harris at first. 1 gone. And a foul ball. Oh, 2 now. This one is blasted. A no-doubter. Grand slam. He'll circle the bases. Their 3rd home run of the inning. It's 10-0.
Oh, that one won't stay below the radar. That made a lot of noise. Well, he comes through big time with the grand slam here, but you also got to give some credit to the guys ahead of him. Good at bats to get on base and really set the table for a very special moment in this one.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Andrew Nardi out of the game, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break. Now a right-handed arm out of the bullpen, Seth Martinez.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Base is empty, 1 away. Austin Riley next up for the Braves. He's already homered in this game. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And that one hops the wall. Here is Matt Olson. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. And that's just foul. Man at first, one away. Here's a swing and a line drive and a base hit into right field. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now one out. Marcell Ozuna coming up to hit. He's already homered here in this one. That's hard hit on the line. Myers makes the catch for the out. And there's 2 down. So first and second with 2 outs. Now a chance for Ozzie Albies. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. But they break this game wide open with a 10-run inning. On to the bottom of the first. It's the Braves 10 and the Marlins coming up. Back here in Miami, pitching in our game today, Chris Sale. What do you have on him, Singy?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Xavier Edwards, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Swing and a miss.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
And that's a little high.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
To third. And he's safe at first. Some strange defense there. So a man at first. Here's the third baseman, Connor Norby. Oh, he doesn't get the call. 1-0. Sale, an all-star a season ago. He features a slider, a four-seamer. Safe at first as they can't make the play. So up next, Jesus Sanchez. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. Olson takes it to the bag. Quick recovery from the misplay. Pays off for the out. And time now for the Marlins lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Oh, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get 1 pitch. You better not miss it.
Puts it in the air out towards left center. Coming on Profar. He's there. He's got it. Runner tagging from third. He's in to score on the sac fly. It's 10-1.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Matt Mervis stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Swings through that. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever if they do at all.
Got him looking. And that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. So a couple of errors lead to a run. Second inning coming up here in South Florida. It's the Braves 10 and the Marlins 1. And we're back. Top of the second. Now in for the Braves, Sean Murphy. Line drive. Hill snags it, and there's one down. Jared Kellner next up for the Braves. Swing and a ground ball. Tosses to first. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second. Here's Orlando Arcia. Singled and scored his first time. Hammered on a line to the left, base hit. And that turns the lineup over. And next for Atlanta, Michael Harris II. That one the other way, base hit. And now first and second with 2 outs. Profar climbs in on that left side. And it's into the gap. And he boots it. Stop sign goes up at third, and the bases are loaded. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Here is Austin Riley, and that one is lifted in the air, and that'll do it. And the Braves will strand 3, but they maintain their 10-1 lead. And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the second. Here's the left fielder, Dane Myers.
It's no surprise they call this batter a day player. He statistically performs better in these games, and he's hoping for a big performance in this one.
Inside, just missed. Matthew Ross behind the plate. Pitcher's umpire.
Yeah, pitchers that work side to side effectively love being on the mound with Ross calling balls and strikes, Boog. If you can command your stuff on the outer edges of the strike zone, he will reward you.
Davison De Los Santos will hit next. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1. Right through there for a strike.
2 really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about it.
There's a swing and a drive. And it's off the wall, but foul. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. 1 out, bases empty. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Now only 1 out remaining.
Oh, really went aggressive in with that slider. Good 2-strike pitch right there. At worst case scenario, it's weak contact in play. Exactly where he and the catcher wanted it.
Yeah, the batter now, Derek Hill. Sends it to center, and that's going to do it. He's got it. Ball game. And the Braves slug their way to a win in this one.
Clearly the bats came to play today, and the pitching and defense as well. We saw some outstanding plays. Great performances all the way around. Just 1 run allowed. They never gave the other side a chance.
10-1 the final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.